Hello, and welcome to this very special video edition of the Endzone podcast that's just going up on Twitter, really. Today is August 1st, 2022. About 6 years ago today, I recorded my first podcast on Audacity, probably, or maybe just a notes app on my phone, and somehow figured out how to upload audio to WordPress and put it on the blog. Didn't even have an RSS feed, wasn't even going out to iTunes or Spotify, but it was still a podcast. An NFC East preview, in fact. It's fitting that we almost start with the NFC East first every year for our division previews. It's just sort of what we do here at the Endzone podcast. But wow, 6 years. That just hit me last night when I was digging through my blog and some of the Podbean stuff. 6 years of podcasting. That's crazy. Like, you know how many podcasts only show up for about 3 or 4 episodes and then just disappear? Not this one. Not this one. And I'm very proud of that. I just want to say thank you. I know not a lot of people listen. It's basically my family and maybe some friends here on Twitter. I know I'm not some huge media star, and maybe that was the goal at the beginning, but honestly, I just love podcasting. It's something I'm really passionate about. It gives me a creative outlet, and it makes me feel happy. And that's something I'm really looking for at this early stage in my young adult life, is things that make me feel happy. And, podcasting just really makes me feel happy. So to anyone who's supported me over the past 6 years, retweeting the podcast, coming on the podcast, liking something, listening for even a second, sharing it with your friends or family, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. 6 years of Endzone podcasting. And boy, do I have some great news. We have a bunch of episodes coming out this week. Just dropped the NFC East podcast. That should be a fun one. Check that out. Donnie and Ryan on. Always fun. There will be a news podcast tomorrow where we'll talk about the Deshaun Watson news, the Debo, the DK extension. Lots of NFL training camp news is coming out right now, and we will be talking about that all tomorrow evening. And then later this week, a good friend from the United Kingdom, George, my good friend from Reddit that I just met, he will be on the podcast, a UK guest. Isn't that exciting? That should be up either tomorrow or Wednesday. And then I'm going on vacation, but I love podcasting so much that my vacation is podcasting sometimes. So I'm hoping to record something about college football that should be very exciting, and then I'm hoping to carry out throughout the season. That should be neat with my good friend Austin Facer. So be looking for that in the coming weeks. May not be next week, maybe the week after. We're still working on some things, but go check that out. And also AFC South, and Trey will be back for the AFC South preview. He's found some time in his really busy schedule to come and help me out. But to anyone who's helped me out over the past 6 years, there have been so many, and I'll try to add some in the comments here, but thank you so much. I really appreciate all you've done for me, and I'm not going anywhere. Here's to many more years of Endzone podcasting. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you later this week.